But in any event, these are the 50 characters I will be choosing, and what I'm going to do is divide them into 4 groups. Group A will be the regulars, characters who have appeared in at least 3 or more games, ranging back from X-Men Children of the Atom to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Group B will be the deuces, characters who have made 2 appearances in the whole series. Group C will be the returners, characters who have made singular appearances within the series. Group D will be the newcomers, very self-explanatory, characters who are yet to make their appearances in the fighting game genre under the banner of Marvel and Capcom. And no, the assist characters from Clash of the Superheroes I will not be counting. I had considered adding a 4th character in the 3-on-3 as an assist function, but no, I'll just make it simple and just keep it as the 3-on-3. So in any event, let's get on with the groups, shall we? So, Group A, the regulars. Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Gambit, Venom, Magneto, Dormammu, Doctor Doom, Psylocke, Thanos, and Juggernaut. All these characters have been regulars throughout the Marvel vs. Capcom series, and most of them are fan favorites, so these are my picks for the regulars. Next up, Group B, the Deuces Club, and those characters are Deadpool, Rocket Raccoon, Sabretooth, and War Machine. Doctor Strange, Hawkeye, Nova, Rogue. Now technically she has appeared 3 times, with her showing in X-Men vs Street Fighter and Marvel vs Capcom 2, and her appearance as an assist character in Clash of the Superheroes. Like I said, assist characters past don't count. Group C, the Returners. Characters who have only made a singular appearance, and now I'm bringing them back for their next outing. So the Returners are Black Panther, Black Widow, Cable, Captain Marvel, Dark Phoenix, Gamora, Ultron, and there you have it. The Returners, who have all made singular appearances, will be back for this game. And of course all of them will have tweaked up and different movesets. And finally, Group D, the newcomers. I had a list of about 88 characters, and having to narrow it down was no easy feat. There were a ton of characters I had to cut for roster size, so I narrowed it down to all these guys and girls. So, the newcomers: Ant-Man, Blade, Black Cat, Carnage, the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Daredevil, Drax, Loki, Moon Knight, Mystique, Nimrod, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Star-Lord, and the Fantastic Four, the Human Torch, Ben Grimm, the Thing, Sue Storm, the Invisible Girl, and Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. And that is my full list of characters for the playable roster. And if I do say so myself, that's not a bad selection. The Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are 2 of the biggest kids franchises in history. Anything you can think of in terms of merchandising, these 2 powerhouses have been involved in everything. TV shows, movies, toys, etc, etc. But the medium I will be touching on today is video games. Both franchises have produced tons of video games with varying successes. I think it's fair to say that the Ninja Turtles have the upper hand here in terms of producing great games. Now, what would happen if you were to bring these 2 franchises together for one big mashup? Well, that is what I'm going to be doing for this video, and the genre in question is fighting games. Now, with all of that out of the way, here is the final roster of characters, starting with the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, Splinter, April O'Neil, the 87 version, Casey Jones, Leatherhead, the 2003 version, Traximus, Janika, Venus de Milo, Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, Shredder, the 2003 version, Karai, the 2003 version, Hun, the Rat King, Agent Bishop, Asuka, Slash, Baxter Stockman, Draco, Chrome Dome, Tatsu, and on the Power Rangers side, the roster reads as follows: Jason the Red Omega Ranger, Zack the Black Omega Ranger, Trini the Yellow Omega Ranger, Tommy the White Ranger, Kimberly the Pink Ranger, Billy the Blue Ranger, Rocky the Red Ranger, Adam the Black Ranger, Aisha the Yellow Ranger, Catherine the Pink Turbo Ranger, Tanya the Yellow Turbo Ranger, the Gold Ranger Trey of Triforia, RJ the Violet Wolf Ranger, Carter the Red Lightspeed Rescue Ranger, Zane the Silver Ranger from Power Rangers in Space, Maya the Yellow Galaxy Ranger, Elisa the White Tiger Wild Force Ranger, and then you have Lord Zed, Rita, Rancic, Evil Green Ranger, Daishi, Goldar, Astronomer, and Lord Draken. So that makes the full roster of 50 I've selected for this game, and it's not a bad looking roster if I do say so myself. And let's face it, when it comes to comic book superheroes, 10 times out of 10 the names mentioned are either Marvel or DC. For close to a century, these two legendary comic IPs have given birth to the greatest superheroes in pop culture. These legendary names have expanded through the medium of pop culture entertainment, from the comic books to the graphic novels, the animated shows, the movies, the clothes, the action figures, the theme parks. You name it, Marvel and DC have done it. Now, of course, I haven't mentioned the one medium that I'll be discussing in today's video, which is video games. Next up is the actual roster. Now here comes my favorite part, naming who's going to be participating in this game. Given the vast amount of characters in both universes, it was always going to be a challenge to decide who gets selected. Now obviously there are some obvious untouchables that get in with no questions asked, along with some fan favourites. On the DC side, it would be not one but two main trinities, the Arrowverse trinity of The Flash, Green Arrow and Supergirl, and then of course the DC trinity of Batman, Wonder Woman and Superman. On the Marvel side, there will be the big four of the Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, the Incredible Hulk and Thor, and then add in two of the biggest superheroes ever, in Wolverine and Spider-Man. So that's the starting dozen with the obvious mainstays, so deciding the final 48 will be no easy feat whatsoever. And in any event, let's start picking the names. So on the DC side of things, here is the DC roster I've selected in full. Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, The Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, Green Lantern John Stewart, Cyborg, Aquaman, Black Canary, Black Lightning, Dr. Fate, Shazam, Vixen, Zatanna, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter John Jones, Robin, Nightwing, Batwoman, the Joker, Lex Luthor, Harley Quinn, Red Hood, Bane, Deathstroke, Reverse Flash, Black Adam, and Darkseid. And now on to the Marvel selection. Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, Wolverine, Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm the Human Torch, Ben Grimm the Thing, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Cyclops, Gambit, Storm, Cable, Mystique, Juggernaut, Magneto, Daredevil, The Punisher, Loki, Blade the Vampire Hunter, Venom, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, and Thanos. There were plenty of names I considered for the roster that I had left out. But as I said earlier, there will be a fourth character, an assist character, and some of the names left out of the main roster will now make it onto this list. I will add an additional 16 names, which takes the full total of characters in the playable section to an incredible 76 characters. I mean, it is a big event, so you're going to go with possibly the biggest Marvel and DC roster ever. So in any event, these are the assist characters that I have chosen. For the Marvel side, I have selected Scarlet Witch, Rogue, Nova, Ghost Rider, Psylocke, She-Hulk, Silver Surfer, Jean Grey. For the DC side, Power Girl, Cheetah, Stargirl, Killer Frost, Aqualad, Firestorm, The Atom, and Kid Flash. And that is it when it comes to the full fighting roster, an incredible mix of the finest superheroes of all time with fan favourites and exciting newcomers joining forces to create this incredible roster. More than likely there are names that I can't think of that people are going to say, or what about characters like the Laughing Bat or Spider-Man Miles Morales? All good choices, but there's only room for so many, and this is my lineup. After all this, it sadly is a game that will not materialize anytime soon due to the fact that both entities are owned by separate companies, Disney and Warner Brothers. Trying to get those two to come for a video game, that sounds like an absolute licensing nightmare. Not to mention the two companies are unlikely to agree on a monetary basis. Now yes, this big crossover did happen in the comics, but this was before Disney owned the Marvel franchise. For it to happen in today's landscape, there would have to be a lot of negotiations to take place to agree on how this would work. And with Marvel and DC being competitors, highly unlikely we'll ever see a game in this world. So until such a time happens, we can only dream.